everyone. So here I sit surrounded by everything I'm hoping to take with me when I go away tomorrow on a 5-day coastal trail of the Isle of Wight. I'm going to try and do this a little bit differently. I've done several long distance trails and I've really enjoyed them, but I've always been encumbered with the weight on my back and the size of the pack. And if ever I want to get close to look at a view or something, I always feel like this weight of this pack pulling me on my back. So I've been thinking there must be a better way to do this. So this is my first experiment to see how low I can go. Now this is not particularly in terms of weight because I haven't got ultralight kit. I've got like a Van Gogh tent, which is absolutely great, but it's not the lightest. But I'm going to take a fast pack with me as opposed to a backpack. I've got a Montaigne Trailblazer 30. And I'm going to combine that with a waist pack and see if I can take all this gear with me, and it will mean that I can go a little bit quicker around. It will be so much more comfortable on my back. Now I'm going to wild camp and I haven't booked anywhere to stay because I want the freedom to just decide when and where to stop. If I find a nice beach or something and I want to stay a few hours, then I want to be able to do that without the pressure of knowing I've got somewhere to go on to. So I haven't got anything sorted. So I've got a very vague plan. So what I'm going to show you now is I'll go through everything I'm hoping to take with me, and then we'll see if we can get it all into the Trailblazer 30 and the waist pack I've got, and let's see how we go. Now this is June, so it is a summer trip, so I do have the luxury of not having to take layers and layers of cold weather clothing, and also because it's the Isle of Wight, I'm just going to take food for a couple of days and then stock up as I go, so it's not so remote that I need to think of taking food for the whole 5 days I'm going away. Okay, so let's go through my sleep system. I am taking Van Gogh Nevis 100. I've used this tent a lot. I really like it, nice and low profile and small and compact. Nothing much to say, like this tent. These are the poles which I'll put in my bag separately. I've got a Rab Ascent 500 down sleeping bag. I'm going to try and get this down a little bit smaller actually, but that's the one I'm taking. Thermarest Neo Air X-Therm. And this is a bit of a luxury, but if I can fit it in, I really would like to take my Trichology Aloft pillow. Now the clothing is one of the areas where I'm going to really pare down. So these are the things I actually want to try and pack. So first off, I have my down jacket, my Decathlon down jacket, which is fantastic. I love it. So I'll be able to squeeze that down into a small parcel. I'm taking a hat. It's going to be quite a warm weekend, I think. A hairband, that's just to stop all the hair flying all over the place. It drives me crazy, especially by the coast when your hair whips in front of your face. So hairband. I'll take a buff, which I can use on my wrist or around my head or anywhere, so useful. Again, I always put like a wristband on. It's great for wiping the sweat away and for wiping my sunglasses and things like that. This is my sleeping kit. This is just a cheap set from Amazon, just a set of leggings and a long sleeve shirt, so I'll be sleeping in those. And a swimming costume, because I'm hoping there'll be loads of opportunities to go in the sea. Should be, shouldn't there, on the Isle of Wight. In addition to this, obviously I'll have the clothes I'm wearing and I'll tie a fleece around my waist, but I'm hoping to get away with not too many changes of clothing, so let's see. One more thing I could maybe include in the clothing, but it really is a luxury, is I'd really like to take these flip-flops. There's nothing nicer than taking your trail runners or boots off at the end of the day, but I really think this might be a step too far. I don't know whether I'll have space for them. But anyway, if I have, I want to take those. Okay, my cook system. I've got the MSR Pocket Rocket Kit, so it's got everything in there. It's got a gas canister, 100-gram gas canister, obviously the mini stove, a little kind of pair of tongs for lifting things up, and obviously the pot. So taking that, just a little sponge to wipe the pot and also to wipe the inside of my tent. One of these, which is fantastic. I love the longer fuel tube on the end there. They really help when you're lighting stuff. So one of those. My spoon. I've got my water filter, my Cutadine Bee-Free water filter, and I'll just throw in some water purification tablets as well. So moving on to some electrical, techie kind of stuff. So I've got my light, which I hang inside my tent, head torch, and obviously phone. These are my batteries and charger for my GoPro, which I'm filming with now, so I will be taking that with me. This is a little bit chunky, but I just really need it because I just really want to film. And then I've got a power bank, so taking that with me as well. So I guess these are my bits and pieces, which let's have a look through these now. So I'm definitely going to take my poles. I've got a couple of dry bags, which I'll put the clothing in and things like that. I've got this tiny, tiny little towel, which it's not going to be probably up to much. Let me show you. It's fine for sort of face and hands, and but that's going to have to do me when I go for a swim in the sea because I haven't got space for a larger one. So that'll be fine. So that little towel. Oh, credit cards, cash, ID. Obviously got to take a mask, sunglasses, sit pad. That's my emergency shelter. And I always take one of these cloths, these kind of quite thick microfiber cloths, and I just tie them around my waistband in the day. And it's just great for cleaning all sorts of things. The lens of the GoPro, my sunglasses or my glasses, whatever I've got on. Anything that just gets a bit fogged up, it's just great to have it on hand. Another thing I always take, obviously I'm not going to take this whole bag, I take some crocodile clips, and I just find I probably take about 4 of these these little crocodile clips, and I use them, might not be doing so on this trip, but I use them for lots of things. I will attach things to my tent, like maybe my light to the top of my tent, to a little tab on there. I'll also use them a lot to hang things onto my backpack to dry them in the day. So if I've washed out some socks or something like that, they really do grip them tightly and they just don't blow away. So, and don't come off. So yeah, crocodile clips are really good. Okay, so my toiletries and kind of first aid bits. This is almost empty, but I'm going to squeeze, so it's just a really thick moisturising cream. I'm just going to squeeze that into probably a little plastic bag. And that's a matching kind of lip balm. I just find them really good. Definitely going to need sun cream this weekend. Some deodorant, toothpaste, toothbrush. Can't manage without my wipes. Blister plasters. And then I haven't finished this yet, but I'm just making up a very, very basic first aid kit. Just some medication. I've got some Piriton and these are like antacids I've got to take at the moment. So yeah, so that's my toiletry setup. So I think I will take this with me. It's very light. It's the Isle of Wight Adventure Atlas. So it's a map that's really handy to carry. So rather than folding a big map, I'm pretty sure I don't need a map to go around the coastal path. But what's good about this is it's got sort of places of interest, and also, more importantly to me, it's got places where you can get food and drink and campsites if I do need one. So I think I will take that with me and just slide it into the pack. So this is the pack I'm going to take with me. I'm not going to say much about this at the moment because this is the very first time I've used it, but I will do a review and let you know all what I thought about it when I get back. It's a 30 litre, specially designed for fast packing, so moving quickly around as you go. So it's just got a very basic shoulder harness with 2 pockets on and a waist strap. But like I say, I will, look, its lug is still got one of the tags on. So yeah, not used this yet. So heard great things about it though. So this is going to be on my back, and then I'm going to use a Montane waist pack as well. So this is quite handy because it's really quite roomy. It's got a roomy pocket at the front, really deep one there. Look at the space I've got in there. And what really is attracting me is these 2 water bottles here. So, and 2 nice pockets on the side. So you've got a zip pocket on that side, and on this side, just a stretchy. I do like these stretchy pockets they're putting onto backpacking stuff now. They're really, really handy. So that's going to go around my waist. So let's see if we can pack these 2. So let's start off and get the sleep system in. So now this is going to be the bulky item, but I know I could get it done smaller than this, but there's not much point me doing so. I can spend ages and get it really great now, but I just know when I'm out there and I'm packing up in the morning after a wild camp, I won't bother. So I might as well do it as I'm going to do it when I'm out there. So I'll probably just do it like that when I'm out there. So I'm thinking that that's probably going to have to go in first. Let's see. It'd be great if I can get it flat at the bottom. Yeah, that's not too bad with a bit of wiggling about. So I've got that in there. So I don't know if you can see inside, but that's in there at the bottom. The poles are going to go on the outside, so let's leave those there. Again, I was going to pack this down, but I might as well do it as I am going to when I'm out there. Will this turn round? Actually, it doesn't really need to. If I keep that like that, probably get my thermarest down the side. Yep, that will go in there. Still doing okay. That's good. And determined to get this pillow in. That'll probably go down the side there. And then I've got my, I wonder if I can get my cook system. Let's have a look at that first. Gonna have to put something in there to stop it shaking about. The sponge maybe. Would that work? Yes, that would work. That's not heavy at all. Okay. So the one thing I can see that needs to go in is my down jacket. So now in here, I've shoved in my sleepwear and my down jacket. Yeah, that would be great. That will work. Like I say, I know it's going to be reasonable weather, so I don't have to worry too much. But everything's in a dry bag. Just want to make sure that will fasten over the top. It will. Right, so that's not heavy at all, so I'm going to go with that. Now I've got this lovely stretchy pocket on the top. Going to put some of my other things in dry bags now and pop them into that. So for this lovely stretchy pocket, I've decided on, it's not a great choice, but it's where it's going to fit. I put all my power bank and my leads and tech stuff in here. I would never normally put it in the top like this, but I can move it if the weather turns, so it's just the perfect place because of the space. But like I say, I wouldn't normally put that up there. See how stretchy this bag is, and then it's in there. Good. Okay, so the stretchy pocket here, definitely going to put my tent poles in there. That'll be a good place for those. Let's put the hiking poles on. So they've got these systems which actually, it's great because it tucks inside, but I'm going to use them for the poles. So put them that way around, I think. There we go. Poles on there. I think I'll try and get a few things into my waste pack now so I can see what else I need to get into here. So let's put this aside and let's have a look at this. So obvious things to go in here would be sun cream, which I'm going to use all the time, and credit cards, things like that. That's the microfiber towel I love to take with me. What else would I put in there? Sunglasses, not in that case, but they will for now. Maybe my headband would go in there. Oh, and the hat. Hat would be a good thing to put in there. Still got lots of room in it. Obviously I've got no water in there yet, but what else? Maybe the buff. So let's have a look what we've got left now. that will be on my wrist, so I'm going to move that out. Okay, so this is actually what I've got left. It might look a lot, but I'm quite pleased with that. Obviously, there's things that can immediately move, so the mask will go in the waste pack, so I've always got that handy. This little towel I'd normally attach to the front of my backpack, but because I'm going to go fast, I think it'll jiggle around and be annoying, so I'll pop that in there. Now, what else have we got? So the water filter bottle would be good to have handy, so I'll probably put that in the bag. See what else we've got left. We have these little clips, which sadly, I think the flip-flops are going to have to be put aside. Yes, so what I'm thinking is I haven't even started with the side pockets on the backpack, so these are all waterproof and they can all go just individually in the side. Let's have a go at that now. Okay then, so wipes maybe I'll put in that bag. That is going to be transferred into a smaller container. Lip Salve will go in the bag. And then things like this. So I've got this big zip pocket that I haven't used yet. I've normally put snacks in that, but I think I'll be using it for a few toiletries. Things like this. What else? Some blister plasters can go in there. Yeah. What else do we have? Swimsuit, that'll be easy. That can go. So I've just taken the poles off for the moment to access more space. So toothpaste. So I've just fallen out. Can go around there. And in here, put my spoon in there. My lighter. I guess that can go in there. Medication I don't want to lose, so I'll probably put that in the waste pack. Swimsuit. Oh, we are doing so well. That, I don't think I'll need it very often. I'll put it in here for now, but if it starts to rain, I'll sort it out. So we're left with a bit of first aid, my my emergency bag. These tiny little, these are quite sharp, so I'm going to put them in a separate little bag and then slide them somewhere. Really like to have this with me, so I'm guessing this can go in here. Move that back in there. I'll tell you how much it weighs in a minute. As I say, it's without food and water, but the water's going to go in my waste pack anyway. So one thing I haven't put in yet is I've just got this little Packable waterproof. It's an Innovate Storm Shell, really good waterproof. So that's going in as well. As you can see, it's only a bit bigger than my hand. Okay, so we're nearly there now. So I'll weigh the backpack and I'll also weigh the waste pack. Only thing left to go in really is this, my emergency bag and first aid. So, and I haven't put water in, which obviously adds quite a bit onto the waste pack. So let's weigh this. .36. Wow. So that's the backpack. And let's do the waste pack now. I guess if I put these in, I'm not going to put this in here, but if I do put that in, that weighs nothing. See what it weighs. So that would, are these 500s? Let's check. These are 400, so it'll be, both of those filled will just be under 1,000 grams. So let's weigh this. Is that ready? Yeah. Let's have a look at this. 1.09. So it's going to be around 2. So it's going to be around 8.5 altogether. Waist pack and backpack. Really happy with that if I can make it work. So that's me now, all set, all packed up, all ready to go. So it just remains to get up early, go and get the ferry over to the Isle of Wight in the morning, and I'll let you know how I get on and if this backpacking while camping trip is successful.